So now that we have shulkers and wings on the server, it was a lot easier to actually make progress on the labyrinth. I decided to do the floor with moss carpet because I wanted parts of the maze to be dark. And it's, I don't know, like having to light things up is annoying, and I didn't want it to be fully bright because it doesn't look good. So my compromise was to just spawn proof the main part of the maze so mobs didn't spawn in there. But I have made a decent amount of progress on the labyrinth. I did like this whole section here. As you can see on this side, I decided to start kind of building from the top down because I felt it was a lot easier to do that. Because kind of the way the walls are designed, I care more about the mud bricks here. I don't want every single layer here. Like, I want there to be breaks in the mud bricks with the packed mud. And it's a lot easier to do that if you build from the top down. Like, you put in this section, and then you skip a section, and then you start building this, and then, you know, you skip another, and then so on and so forth. The bottom is the part I actually didn't care about. Like, the dirt can go as high as it needs to, and the whole bottom layer can be dirt for all I care. So this area that I've kind of laid out, I just kind of mirrored it on the top with the actual blocks. And then I come in with mud bricks, and then I do the mud bricks, and then, you know, the next block I do the packed mud, and then the granite, and then just fill in whatever's left with dirt. So this is kind of the first point of interest in the labyrinth. It's the diamond beacon that I spent 2 or 3 days in the first week shooting for with a tunnel bore. But yeah, this is kind of the first point of interest, and this is sort of what I want to do around the rest of the maze. I've got a couple of areas laid out. Like this one, I'm not entirely sure what I want to do with this space just yet, but there's a space for it for the next point of interest. And then there's one over here that I haven't built yet. Over here. Right here. This is the next point of interest. There's another nice sized room. And then pretty much directly adjacent to it, there's another one. But eventually the labyrinth will probably take up most of this plains biome. Like, I'm thinking about going all the way to the river here and just going along the tree line pretty much. Filling in this whole space. And then obviously all of this space that's flat is going to become labyrinth. I'm not sure what to do up on this hill yet. Or on this hill. I thought about doing some kind of temple on this hill. But I haven't really started designing it yet. Or I had another idea to kind of like continue building the labyrinth up on this hill, but it's like fractured. Like as if the tectonic plates or whatever cracked and part of it started to sink into the ground. So like this is the edge of the plate. This kind of stayed where it was, and then that side rose up in the air. So there'd be like a clean break in the labyrinth where the elevation is different. I thought that might be interesting. Another thing in this area is I finally did the interior of the temple. It took me a while to kind of figure out what I wanted to do. I still need to do the ceiling and probably cover these holes because I was using these two. This was before wings. I was using the trident to get up to the roof. But we've got what's left of the items I had in here. A lot of this is going to get transferred over to the storage, the collective storage. I just haven't done it yet. And then here, I've got this little crafting station. You know, it's got some furnaces and whatnot. This was, you know, just whatever was left over. And then this is like a little bed. And then a few items I have in here. Like my first diamond pickaxe, the original wooden pickaxe from day one. And then I put up the maps, and I left the parrot here. And then these are the 3 trophies I have from the group events. They were on this wall, but I moved them here. The lawn care, the beacon blocks, and the day one. And then I have these flowers. These were, you know what these are for. They're just for collecting dyes and stuff. Unfortunately, all the dogs are out here in the rain now. I need to make a place for them. And that might be what I do with this. This labyrinth section, I might build a place for the dogs. And I also have a cat now. I got this cat. But yeah, all the pets are just there. The parrot can stay inside, but all the rest of them were kind of in the way while I was building. So they got moved. So the last few days, or the last week really, I've been doing a lot of work in our collective area. I helped out a decent amount with the tree. I did a lot of the branches up on the tree. We just need to do the all the foliage and stuff on the branches, and then the tree will be done. Which is easier said than done. That's going to be a process. And then this rail, I put in this rail so I could get some villagers over to the main area, because obviously my labyrinth uses a lot of packed mud. So I decided to build some wheat farms. And we've got 6 wheat farms here, providing us with plenty of wheat. Depending on, well, right now I'm not really working on the labyrinth, so it's kind of just collecting wheat. But once that actually gets started, I might add more layers based on how much wheat I'm using. We've got almost a chest full of hay bales, which is cool. Also produces a little bit of bone meal. In this area, it's slowly getting dug out. I've been helping Brun with that. How this area is going to be decorated was discussed a little bit. Each of the three of us pick a wall, and then we kind of just decorate it how we see fit. I saw this Qbert pixel art somewhere, and I wanted to build it. I was like, you know what? I'm just going to throw it up on the wall. And down in this hole, I know Brun's been doing... I think it was Brun has been doing a lot of strip mining down here. Now the tunnel bore is actually over here. It's not by the staging area anymore. I actually brought it over in a straight line. It's like about 250, 300 blocks. I actually traveled the distance with the tunnel bore and brought it over here to the main area. So another big project I've been working on is the multi-item storage. I said I didn't want to do it again. Like, I really didn't want to build the multi-item again. But, I mean, it gets to a point in this game where you don't really have a choice. You have, like, 50 chests of just unsorted crap that you need to go through. So, I put in the multi-item. I had, like, I don't even want to talk about how much of a nightmare it was to do this. So, the basic problem was, for some unknown reason, what the minecart is supposed to do is it comes up here and then it dead stops and unloads the items in the hopper minecart. But for some unknown reason, when it got mirrored, it would come up here and then it would get slightly nudged to the side. Like, and it wasn't consistent. It would, like, I thought I would fix the issue and then it wouldn't be fixed. So it would keep happening. And then when the rail turns on, what is supposed to happen is the minecart drops down through the chest and lands at the bottom and then picks up, you know, the next item. But when it was slightly nudged to the side, that wouldn't happen. It would just go on top of the chest here. And then all the items, like even the, like these shears and most of these unloader banners, they're never supposed to leave the minecart. But if the minecart got stuck on the chest, it would drain everything and just dump it in the system. And that kept happening, so I had to modify the design. So now the minecart can't get nudged over because of the slab. So it dead stops exactly where it's supposed to be. And then at the exact moment the rail is powered, the piston also pulls up so the minecart can move. Doing all the filters is always a huge pain, because you have to gather all of these items. Every single item in the game. Well, pretty much every item. There's still... I still have a book down here that has whatever's left. And I'm not sorting things like shirts or armor trim. And definitely not the heads. But yeah, there's still a book down here of like... just stuff that we don't have that I need to get in the system. Like, we don't have any red sand. We don't have coral. And then the rest of this is, like, really minor stuff that probably doesn't need to be sorted, but... I mean, it's good to have a place for it. So that's what's been happening the last few weeks on the GG server. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!